Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining. Like I was just saying, I'm playing on CD. I'm analog AF, yo. Uh, but we got Symbol on CD here. So I'm gonna kind of let this mellow. I wanted to try something actually before I got everybody on and we got serious talking about, Richmond Music Week and what it is and what it entails. So here's my new career. You ready for this? You ready for this? Hey, that's some cool music. Wow, Richmond's great. Hey, that's some cool music. I don't know, I'm just trying to stupid MP. Whatever, yo. We'll get Ann up here in a minute. Let me see. I think the auricular. Oh, what's up, Doug? What's up, Doug?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Nice. So, yeah, I was getting ready to kind of overview Richmond Music Week for people. So you're perfect to have on because I can't fit all the details in my brain, hence the note cards. But I figured between the two of us, we can kind of give a nice quick overview.
Sure.
We will have Sybil joining us shortly, as well as other people that kind of put in on Richmond Music Week. So don't feel free, don't feel like you got to cover it all.
Yeah, well, we can go through it really quick. We got enough people on.
Yeah, yeah, I think we're doing all right. So yeah, so first off, let me introduce Doug. Doug joined us on our Instagram live. I appreciate it. Doug is, I don't know your official titles, founder, president, mafia boss,
Mafia
but
boss is good to me.
okay, cool. But you are in charge of the music, journalistic, the auricular. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So you
Yes,
are
sir.
super on top of letting people know when things are being released, what came out on this day in previous years from Richmond Music. But you also founded the Newland Music Prize. So I'll let you speak about those two things real briefly before we get into Richmond Music Week.
Sure. Well, the auricular is just my passion project to document Richmond music as much as possible, as thoroughly as possible. Not just the big name players like yourself, Anthony Symbol, Doe Eyes No BS, things like that, but even like those small people who are just starting to put their records online on SoundCloud or Bandcamp or wherever. Everybody deserves a listen. Everybody's doing great stuff in town, and they all add to the great musical tapestry of the city. So that's my goal, is to just give them all a platform, listen to it all, elevate anything that I can. Newland Music Prize is just, I guess, a continuation of that in a official capacity, just a yearly prize to recognize the 20 best records from Richmond in the last calendar year. We've done 2 years so far. Plans are underway for the third year, so we'll start ramping things up come fall time, come winter time. We awarded this year's award in March, I think, middle of March, to Doe Eyes for her record Legacies. Year one winner was McKinley Dixon for his record on Space Bomb. For my mama and anyone who look like her, McKinley's blowing up now too. He's got a new record out that's fantastic. So yeah, just anything and everything to do to prop up Richmond music, like Richmond Music Week, which you and Ryan are spearheading for the most part. I mean, it was your baby, it was your idea.
Sure, I'll take whatever credit somebody wants to give me, but I'm not gonna ask for it. But yeah, so Richmond Music Week, me, you, Ryan, Maggie at Ignited, Andrew over at RVA Playlist, Reese at Shotco Records, kind of put our brains together and kind of pulled our efforts to create an umbrella to really help shine a focused light on the musicians of the city for a week. Richmond has done it before with Fashion Week, film festivals, Richmond Food Week, Black Restaurant Week, things like that. There are other focus events, but nothing is really, I don't think, encompassed all of Richmond's music genres and styles in a focused way. So that was really our goal, and we could have done it without you. Real quickly, I was going to kind of overview some of the events, so feel free to
Yeah.
chime in with some extra details. So for everybody that is listening, you can go to richmondmusicweek.com and everything is there. So don't feel like you have to write anything down or memorize anything. Also, Doug and I and the other people that are involved are really good at Instagram, so the information's around.
Yep.
So Richmond Music Week starts appropriately on August 4th, which is 804. That's our area code. If people don't know that, that's the good pun. The first event is 804 Day, and that's going to be down at the 17th Street Shockoe Market down there. It's 4 stages. It's vendors, nonprofits, food trucks, and just a smattering of Richmond musicians that are.
That's a good word.
Thank you. I was looking for something different.
Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah.
Thank you. But yes, styles and genres. It gets started at 4 o'clock on Friday, so make sure you want to get there early to see all the different artists. But I hear the mayor's stopping by. Mad Skills is going to be DJing. Ricky Racky's performing, and a bunch of other people. Are you going to be out there with the auricular vending?
Technically, the booth is for the Newland Music Prize because it's going to be in a nonprofit area, and Newland Music Prize is a nonprofit officially.
That's right.
So we'll be there. We'll be repping. I'm going to be bringing some cool records, some cool local records. If you guys want to sift through, I'll have all of the Newland Music Prize nominees from year 1 and year 2 who are on vinyl, and then I'll also have some cool hidden gems from Richmond past. I got the Mad Skills on vinyl, his debut record, so I'll be bringing that. I've got some other really dope stuff. I got Big Sty's one single on a big 10-inch, so I got that coming. So yeah, it'll be cool to just stop by, flip by some records, talk. Nothing's for sale. It's on my personal collection. But you can stop by, flip through the records, and start chatting about local music. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Heck yeah. I had to stop bringing my records to shows because people kept asking to buy them.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to cut you off for a second because this is perfect timing to mention this. If you live on the eastern coast of the United States, it is 8:04 right now, 8:04 p.m. 8:04 day, 8:04 p.m. But I also wanted to mention it because just before we started this Instagram Live, I put up a post on Here RVA's thing. We're giving away 2 tickets to the event that ends Richmond Music Week, RVA Rappers Delight. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. But the reason I bring it up is because the winner will be announced at 8:04 day on August 4th at 8:04 p.m.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? Let's lean into it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know, man. You better have like 3 alarms going off your phone.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. I'm waiting for you to text me, basically.
Yeah. I'll take that challenge.
Cool. The second day of Richmond Music Week is Saturday. That's when Here RVA is having our event, the Music Mixer and Fundraiser. And I can talk with more detail about that a little bit later. But we are going to have some really dope performers at Gallery 5. We've got Gordy Michael, Goodnight Daniel, FLKL, and Weekend Plans is going to be out there. It's a fundraising event for a really dope nonprofit that helps out that helps develop like entrepreneurship in youth and connecting them with musical equipment and technology and stuff, getting hands-on training. So we definitely want to help out there. It's going to be a really dope night. There's a raffle. I've been collecting a bunch of cool Richmond prizes from, I can't really tell you what it is. Some are gift cards, some's merchandise, some is Richmond music. We got a whole bunch of things in there. So would definitely love to see you. You can find out more at hereRVA.com. Doug, Sunday, August 6th is where you're a very busy person on that day.
Yeah, that's going to be a hectic day for me.
Let's start from maybe not the beginning when you wake up, but at 1 p.m. there's something going on. You want to overview it for everybody?
Yeah, at 1 p.m. we're going to be, I guess all of us are going to be kind of traveling around the record stores in town. There's 4 specific record stores. It's going to be Deep Groove, Small Friend Record and Books, Plan 9 Music, and then Vinyl Conflict. You show up between 1 and 3 p.m. on Sunday, make a purchase of $15 or more, and you'll be entered to win a raffle prize of $100, and that's a prize for each store. So if you happen to time it out well and make it to each store, make a purchase at each store, you're technically entered to win 4 $100 gift cards. And then we'll give you an extra incentive on top of that. If you buy something local from one of these shops, you'll get an extra entry on top of that. Yeah. So we're just giving it away. And this is just to raise awareness of these great record stores in town. I mean, they all do so much for the city. Small Friend Record and Book have been a very, very keen collaborator with some burgeoning artists in towns and authors. Plan 9 Music, they've been around for decades and decades, and they've been doing a lot lately with in-store performances, which we'll talk about more later. Vinyl Conflict, they've got a record label going back to the 2010s that put out some really cool records themselves. Nicholas F. had a record put out on vinyl through them. It's the Stuck record. And they do a lot of other stuff too. They just put on I think a photography showcase maybe that was last week, or maybe it's coming up in a couple days. I'm not entirely sure. And then we got Deep Groove. Jay from Deep Groove is like one of my favorite people to talk music about, and they've been a great patron of the arts and supporter of the local scene for as long as I've been covering the local scene. So that's just going to be a dope thing on Sunday.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited about that because, you know, we're all about putting back into the community. So that involves businesses as well and people purchasing music and showing the love. So we're all here to encourage that. Come out between 1 and 3 at one of those 4 record stores. Again, it's at richmondmusicweek.com, all the information. And buy some Richmond stuff. Get double chances to win those.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, each store has a local section. I have pilfered the local section, but there is still really great stuff there. That, I mean, if you need recommendations too, we're going to have people on hand, volunteers from the QRVA team, myself, Elijah, Ryan, I think Maggie, and maybe Andrew. If we can all fit in one car, we're going to be bouncing between stores too. So if you want a recommendation, we'll each give you one. We're going to have them off the top of our head.
For sure. No, we don't lack in opinions about music. And then briefly, did you want to touch on music trivia that same day?
Yeah, that same. So like the record store thing is 1 to 3, and then right after it's done, I'm hightailing it to Royal Times Public House, which is off of Patterson. And we're going to be doing a music trivia from 4:30 to about 7:30 there, and it's going to be general music trivia. So if you're not super in tune with local music, that's fine. You know, we're going to be playing Taylor Swift, we're going to be playing Metallica, Bob Dylan, anything and everything, past and present. But each round's going to have a lot of local flair to it as well too. So if you are down with the local scene, you get some incentives for coming out, and there are going to be 3 prizes for that: first, second, and third place prizes. The only thing I'll say about that one is if you do want to stop by, reserve a table. Last time we did one, which was, I want to say March or April, it was pretty packed.
Yeah,
so
it was packed.
Yeah, so definitely reserve a table.
No, for sure. And thank you for doing all the work, for putting those on and incorporating that in Richmond Music Week. Monday, the featured event is Melodic Monday, a wonderful open mic session. So if you are an artist looking for somewhere to perform and you don't know where to go, check out Melodic Monday. All Melodic Mondays, that information is on the website as well. Tuesday, the 7th, is a Shaco Sessions Live, which I kind of feel bad about because they are definitely broadcasting right now, as they do every Tuesday.
Your wife's talking right now too, I think.
I believe my wife is talking on there as well, so I'm ignoring her, not for the first or last time. But Shaco Sessions Live is going to be on Tuesday, the 7th as well. Let me make sure. Sorry, the 8th. And they always put on a good show. It's live streamed on YouTube. It's always saved, and you can go back and watch it later as well. But
that one's
okay.
I was just gonna say that one's gonna be Flight Club. They're a great pop punk band if you've never heard them. They've been around for a minute. They're great.
Sick. And if you want to get tickets to that, there are limited amount of tickets. It's a small space, which makes the performance super intimate and really dope. So make sure you check that out on Tuesday. On Wednesday, August 9th, a part of Richmond Music Week, we're back at Plan 9. Did you want to go over that real quick?
Yeah, we've got a local singer-songwriter. She's fairly new. I think her first single came out in April or May, somewhere around that. Her name is Rin. She's fantastic. I'm blown away. She's released 2 singles now, and both of them, they kind of occupy a different space tonally, but they're both fantastic. And she's going to be doing a special in-store performance starting at 6:45, ending around 7:15. It'll be free. Anybody can stop by and check her out. It's a great way to see a young blossoming artist who's really coming into her own. I think it's one of her first live performances in the city since she's only just started to release music. It's going to be really special. And then right after that, you can just hop across the street to the featured event at Reveler Experiences. And you got the information on that?
No, I think it starts at 7 or 7:30.
I think that starts at 7:30. I think we were strategic in planning that. So I think you got like 15 minutes to get from Ren at Plan 9 over to Reveler, which is only like a 2-minute walk.
Literally a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah.
And then the Thursday event for the 10th is going to be happy hour at the Get Tight Lounge. That's at 4:20 in the afternoon. So if you get off a little work early, you want to scoop over there, that's going to be great. They got live music. But also that evening at the Camel, there is another performance that's really dope. I can't remember everybody that is performing, but I know Mavi Taylor is there. And Monet is performing, so that's going to be a dope event as well. Doug, I do have Ant the Symbol waiting, and I
Yeah,
figured
get
this would be a
him on.
good time to bring him up to
Yeah,
talk
get him on.
about.
He's got to talk about that deep lineup
Okay.
at the Hippodrome.
I thank you for coming on
Yeah,
and sharing your contributions to Richmond Music Week. It's super appreciated, and get some rest, my friend.
Yeah, you too, man. You too.
Word up. And I'm about to call you up here in a second, man. I hope everybody is having a good time. Make sure that y'all are going to richmondmusicweek.com. That's where all the different information is for all these different events. We got a bunch going on. Let's see. What's up, Andy?
Not much. Let me move my camera down a little bit.
Hey, man, you get it adjusted.
Yeah, I thought I had myself adjusted. Apparently, I don't.
Are you on a laptop or a phone? What you operating from?
I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Instagram Live doesn't do well on a laptop. I don't think it does at all on a
Okay, because I've never tried, so you're probably right.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I got you on here at the perfect time because we were going through Richmond Music Week day by day, just letting people know what was coming, what to expect, how many PTO days they should take off, that kind of thing. And me and Doug got to the last day of Richmond Music Week, which is August 11th. That's a Friday. You may be familiar with the event that's going on that evening. It's called RVA Rappers Delight. Have you heard something about this event?
No, what's that event about?
Oh, okay. So that's good because I got a note card with all the details. So it's a hip hop show, right? To celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip hop. It's going to be at the legendary Hippodrome, you know what I'm saying, here in Richmond in Jackson Ward, which is kind of ill, you know what I'm saying? It's this guy, Ant the Symbol. You know Ant the Symbol? Okay.
Nah.
Okay. He's really good. Ant the Symbol put this whole show together.
Oh.
I like how this is going, by the way. He put this whole thing together, right? So there are these amazing, amazing MCs. One is named Nicholas F. Another's name is Radio B. There's also Noah O. There's Kane and Repaton. These are all lyricists that are going to be performing at the Hippodrome that night.
Very interesting.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. You know, it's also hosted by a gentleman named Mike Street.
Sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah, and the DJ is going to be local Richmond DJ legend Hip Hop Henry.
Oh, I see. They decided to get somebody with that in his name. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he had to get booked for that.
Oh yeah. Now let me stop playing. I'm really, really excited to put this show on. Like, anybody that knows me knows that like hip hop is a major part of my life. Like, I've been loving hip hop my whole life. I've been making hip hop music for almost 20 years now, which is wild. Yeah. But yeah, it feels good to just like put on an event that celebrates it all.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, man. You know, this is a big event for the city of Richmond on its own. You know, as a standalone event, I think it even has more significance when you pair it with everything else that's going on. What's it been like putting together something like this, this caliber of show with the the contributions from all the artists, you know, the type of venue that you're at, the type of marketing that you've been doing? Like, what does this feel like kind of at this moment for you personally?
It's surreal. Like, usually when I'm doing the whole media circuit, I'm doing it for something that I released or something like that. But it feels so much better doing this for something that's not just for me, but for the whole city, the culture, artists around here. Like, it's not just about me. And I don't love just like talking about myself endlessly. Like, it's not that fun to me. Like, I know me. I don't need to listen to me talk about me. So it's good to talk about hip hop and the artists I've got on instead. Like, one of the things that I always wanted to do is like do something meaningful for this city. Like, I see other people doing real dope things in this city, and I'm just like, anybody that has the pull to in this city should be doing something like this.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. With that being said, people can go to shacorecords.com/RVA Rappers Delight to find out all the information about that show, cop
Yes.
cop 2 tickets.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like cop 2 tickets. Tell everybody that you know would want to be there to go ahead and cop the tickets. Like it's not just a concert. Like it's not just a whole bunch of artists up on stage doing a show. We're putting on a whole event for hip hop. Like we're going back, we're exploring the history of the city's hip hop scene. Because there's a lot I didn't know. And Mike Street is just like in regular conversation, he's just like, well, you know this and this and this, but I'm not dropping any details right now. Y'all got to come to the show to get those details. And the fact that we've got Mike Street hosting it is amazing because if you listen to Richmond rap radio, you know that name. If you listen to Richmond radio, you know that name.
Sure.
And he's so approachable, so knowledgeable. And he'll be up there to, not only get the show moving, like keep the energy in the show, but he'll be up there to tell you about some things you probably don't know about the past.
Yo, we call those people historians. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Like, historians. I saw Jason in the comments putting the link for everybody in there, so appreciate that, Jason. I also wanted to say,
down there.
Right, you can see it down there. I also wanted to thank Jason and Music Shop and everybody that's kind of like helped spread the word about this show.
Yeah, this wouldn't have been an easy task without Jason Root, the Music Shop, Shako Records. None of this would have been possible at all.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been possible, but I may have been dead by the end of it.
We don't want that, man. We want you to keep producing.
Oh, I plan on it.
I did want to mention, though, because right before we started this Instagram Live at 8 o'clock, I made a post on Here RVA that is an entry or is a giveaway for 2 tickets to RVA Rappers Delight. All you have to do, so there's 2 things you got to do to qualify to be eligible for these 2 tickets for RVA Rappers Delight. One is you have to share that post to your stories. So that's one thing. You have to hit the little arrow button. It looks like is it a paper airplane? Is that what that thing is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly what that is.
You must hit the paper airplane button and share it to your stories. The second thing you have to do, the only other thing that's required, is you have to tag Here RVA and you have to tag the artist or artists that you're most excited to see at RVA Rappers Delight. If you do those 2 things, you're entered to win 2 tickets. Now, you want to hear the bonus?
Go ahead.
Okay, right? So you have to share the story. You have to tag the artist that's your favorite and Here RVA. But if you want a second entry, so double the entries, all you have to do is add your favorite song from that artist to that story so that when we check it out, it plays the music so that we can help sample your favorite artist to the city of Richmond. And that gives you 2 entries to win in the 2 tickets to RVA Rappers Delight, which we will announce from here on the Here RVA Instagram Live at 8:04 day, which is August 4th at 8:04 p.m.
Speaking of which, time to pivot a little bit.
Let's do it. What are we pivoting to?
We're pivoting to, yes, the part that I mentioned before that I don't like, which is talking about me. But I have to talk about me.
Now you have.
And at this point, I'm happy to talk about me because I'm excited for what's happening Friday. I will be performing with the band on 804 Day at the station stage at 420.
Beautiful. Who you got in the band playing with you?
Well, of course, Kofi Shepsu, Mark McCutcheon, Trevor Peach, Stephen Roach, and of course we've got the guests too. Like we'll be performing some of people's favorites from the album, and we might have one other guest. I haven't decided who that guest will be yet, but he's probably up there somewhere.
Oh, you mean me?
Yeah.
Are we playing this game again like we don't know what's happening?
We don't know what's happening.
Yo,
We
you're
never
right.
know
I never know
what's happening.
Never.
That's the cool thing about the future. We never know what's happening.
That's right. So yes. So first off, thank you. I am so honored to be blessing the stage with you on 804 Day for a song.
Oh, for
As
sure.
part of your set. I appreciate you. I'm repping the Vintage Youth right now. It might be too hot for a hoodie that day, but we're gonna.
Oh, it will be.
But also, I just also wanted to mention that 804 Day here, RVA is gonna have a tent out there, so we'll be talking Richmond music and trying to connect Richmonders with what y'all do as artists. Again, we have a lot of fun while we're out there just linking with people, and they're taking the mixed taste quiz that pairs them with a Richmond music playlist that fits their vibe and all that.
And I do want to give like a very, very big shout out to Shaco Records, not only for what they've done for me individually, but for what they're doing as far as all of 804 Day.
Yeah.
Without them, it wouldn't be possible.
No,
and it's a huge undertaking. So special thanks to them for making this happen. Special thanks to them for making RVA Rappers Delight happen. And if people don't know about them now, they definitely will in the future because they're a major force in the city. And I don't think that they're going to stop being a major force in the city.
Nah, not with a stable of artists like you, man. Let me ask you one more question. You're welcome. Let me ask you one more question before I let you go, and I'm going to bring up Andrew next from RVA Playlist to kind of talk a little more about Richmond Music Week. So there are a whole bunch of people performing at 804 Day. I mean, like a dumb amount of people. Give me 3 artists in no order that you're looking forward to seeing their set.
Of course, I'm looking forward to seeing Mad Skill's DJ set because I've been trying to make all the noise for years, and either I forget or I had to work that night. So to be there to see him do his thing would be super dope. Rodney Stiff puts on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
Right. The first time I ever saw him play, it was at the Hippodrome, and he had the whole house going. Like he's so dope, and not just because he's a dear friend of mine, but Michael Millions, I haven't seen him on a stage that big in a while. And I know he's got a bunch of new stuff that he's probably going to perform. Like, I can't speak for him. Like, I can say this all I want to, but I can't speak for him. I'm not Mike Millions. I don't know what Mike Millions has playing. I just know that it's been a minute since I've seen him like really, really, really have the stage to himself like that. So I'm real hyped to see him do that.
Yeah.
And I'm just hyped to hear any new music that he might have because he's been real secretive about that. And I've heard rumblings about music that he has ready. So
well, I'll be there. I hope everybody else is lined up waiting to see it too. You know what I'm saying?
So everybody, like, if you ain't lined up ready to see it, if you ain't there, you a square.
Word up. Yo, Ant the Symbol, thank you for joining us. Come see. Yo, you're welcome, man. Come see Ant perform at 804 Day this Friday at the 17th Street Market in Shockoe Bottom. Which stage are you on again?
I'm on the station stage.
17th
right at 420.
Right at 420. Perfect time for a Friday, right?
Yes.
Well, yo, man, we will see you there. I hope to see you all throughout Richmond Music Week, as I always do. Oh. And I appreciate you letting me do 804 Day, bro.
Oh, of course. Thank you for bringing me on the show. Let me talk about everything that needs to be talked about. And I can't wait to start a crazy week this weekend.
Yeah, we didn't even cover it all, man. So we'll have to do another one.
Oh, no doubt. And I hope to see everybody that's in the comments that can be there.
For sure. Yo, thank you again for joining us.
No problem.
Andrew, I'm about to pull you up here in a second, and I think you got to cancel yourself off.
All right.
We're learning the hard way, man. Peace. While this transition is going down, I just wanted to remind everybody to hit up richmondmusicweek.com. As of the count right before we started, the count was at one city, that's Richmond, 53 venues, 96 concerts, and 173 different performers were accounted for and featured on richmondmusicweek.com. So that's just music that we know about. We know we're not even, touching most of the places that do music. This is the first year we're doing Richmond Music Week. And if that's just a sampler plate of the music that's going down in 1 week, imagine what's going down all year. So yeah, Andrew, how are you tonight?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I am doing well, trying to be coherent and ask good questions and remember all my details.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Sick, thank you. I appreciate that. Where are you at right now?
I am all the way in Bristol, Virginia, about 6 hours away from RVA.
That is basically Tennessee.
Yep. Just about.
Sick. Nice. Well, no, so I wanted to have you on because you are one of the people that's put your blood, sweat, frustration, excitement, whatever other emotion and adjective you want to use into Richmond Music Week and trying to tie events together, linking people, just anything that we could do this first year to really shine light onto Richmond musicians. Why are you and RVA Playlist interested in something like that? If you want to give a good introduction of RVA Playlist, that take a moment to kind of introduce yourself and why you're doing Richmond Music Week.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, I go by the name essentially RVA Playlist. I've been doing it for almost 20 years now. I've been a music journalist. I've been a huge supporter of the local music scene. I ran a blog called RVA Playlist in the mid 2000s. Just last year, I wrote a book on the Richmond music scene, and I do a newsletter called RVA Playlist. So I'm doing a lot of stuff within the local scene, just promoting the local artists, all the stuff coming through town. So doing stuff for Richmond Music Week, of course, was a no-brainer for me to get involved with. I love everything that the city, people in the city are doing, all the musicians that are doing great things, all the venues that we have, and having a week to promote Richmond music is like a brilliant idea. And we got so much stuff coming up this week. And I think my favorite part has just been like seeing what we have coming this week, not only like the major events, but everything like the small clubs. And we got so much going on. So you're like, anything you want to get into, no matter what type of music you're into, you're going to find it.
Yeah, that's for sure. So let me ask you, because, there was only 5 or 6 of us, I can't remember the exact head count, that were really putting into this. And there is 96 concerts. So we obviously can't be at them all. What's your game plan for Richmond Music Week? You're not required to hit them all. So you're not going to see everybody.
But I am, and I want to hit as many as I can. And I've done this before at various festivals in Richmond and other cities, and I wear myself out. But there's so many things I want to go check out. Like everything at the Camel happening that week is great. All the happy hours at Get Tight are going to be great. Ant was talking about Rapper's Delight. That's going to be a sick show. Obviously, the Here RVA Music Mixer, what you guys are doing, that's going to be incredible. I wish I could just clone myself so I could go to all these different things. But yeah, I'm going to have to make a game plan and figure out where I'm going to go at what time, because otherwise I'm going to miss something.
Right. Yeah. No, I've already accepted. I can't be everywhere all at once. But I'm going to try. I'm really going to try. My son is not with us. He's in Georgia, so I don't have the excuse of being a parent. So I'm going to drink a bunch of coffee and go for it. You brought up the Here RVA Music Mixer and Fundraiser, and I hadn't really talked about that just yet. So I'll briefly go over the details, and then I'll ask you kind of about your involvement with that here as well. So Here RVA is a company that I co-founded with my wife, and we talk about Richmond music. We do that through interviews and all that kind of stuff. But last year, we started a music mixer and fundraiser event that went really well. We were able to raise a very nice donation for Rise for Youth, a local organization that's trying to help kids find professional or train them through like different professional skills and expose them to different jobs and things like that. So it went really well. We had great performers, and we wanted to do it again. So we have that event this year coming up on August 6th. This year it's at Gallery 5. We have Gordy Michael, who's going to be DJing and playing some beat sets. We've got Goodnight Daniel performing. We have FLKL and Weekend Plans. That's going to throw it down as far as the music goes. We are also doing another fundraiser for Live, which is Life is Valuable. But Andrew, RVA Playlist, is going to be one of the vendors at the Here RVA Music Mixer. So I'll run down the other vendors that are going to be there, and then I'll let you talk about what you do at your table, kind of, and how we're going to, more connect with Richmond musicians. So we just had Doug on a few minutes ago. Doug is going to be there with a table for the Nulu Music Prize and the Auricular. Doug wears many hats, so his table will as well. Maggie's going to be there, Maggie Graff, wonderful music photographer and app developer from Ignited, Virginia. We have you from RVA Playlist. Shako Records is going to be out there. And we also have Music Cultura and Live and Here RVA's there. But what does your table kind of look like at the event? And what does your table look like?
I mean, my table is really going to be me. I really just want to meet as many people who are going to be there. Just chat local music. If you're a local musician and I'm not familiar with you, like, come up, talk to me, share, your Spotify playlist with me. I love discovering new local music. And the more local music I find out, the more I can talk about it. I love sharing it with everybody. I'll also be probably selling my book there. So if you want to buy a book on local music, I'll have a couple copies there. But yeah, I'm just a huge supporter of the local scene. So the more people I meet, the more I'm heavily involved with it. I think when I was covering this scene in like the mid to late 2000s, there weren't as many people covering it, like covering the local scene. And I think once you and Ryan started Here RVA and that was getting going, I was so excited to see you guys do that stuff, because I love when other people in the community are just as excited about local music as me. So, kudos to what you guys are doing. You are doing so much more than I ever did with RVA Playlist. So I'm so excited to just see what the next music mixer is going to bring.
Well, thank you. I'll take those compliments for Ryan and I. But I mean, we look at you as something that we aspire to, as far as like your longevity and being able to like continuously put in the effort to document and care about Richmond musicians. So it's super dope. Don't take yourself lightly. What you do is very important. Yes, come out, get a book from RVA Playlist. Are you going to sign books while you're there? Are you going to charge people?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Cool. How much? 20 bucks, 30 bucks?
I think it's 15, but we can work that out.
All right, cool. Yeah. Just have them sign the waiver first.
Yeah.
That's fun. So Doug had mentioned, and this, I'll ask you one more question, and then I'll try to bring up Jason Roop real quick. Doug had mentioned on Sunday, we are doing the record store raffle prize gift card giveaway. That's going to include Deep Groove, Plan 9, Vinyl Conflict, and Small Friend record stores. And he mentioned that maybe there was going to be a mobile Richmond Music Week unit that's going to be doing Instagram lives from store to store. Are you going to be one of those people that's jumping in that car and working on that?
Most likely, yeah. We'll see where I am on that day.
Okay. Because I figure, 4 people can fit in the car pretty comfortably, and it sounds like you guys have that filled out.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, but thank you more for everything that you did to help bring Richmond Music Week to the world. This is the first one. I know that me, you, Maggie, Reese, Ryan, and Doug all have many more ideas that we were not able to institute this year.
Well, next year we can do those.
100%. No, 100%. Well, no ideas that we threw out was a bad idea. It was more capacity, and I'm really excited to see what we do with this year, and then what opportunities come from it next year. Yep. So thank you for everything that you've done to put it into it. And as I wish Doug, get some rest tonight.
Yeah. One more thing before I go.
Yeah.
I do want to share that Monday during Richmond Music Week, I think it's the 7th, 9 p.m. I will be on WRIR. I've got a show for 2 hours from 9 to 11. I'll be focusing on Richmond Music Week, playing local music, playing bands that are coming through town during Richmond Music Week. So tune in. If you like something you hear, go check them out.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Again, we have so much going on. I forgot. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
But yes, tune into WRIR. And a matter of fact, I forgot that they're going to be a vendor at the Here RPA Music Mixer and Fundraiser as well. So my apologies to WRIR, but tune into 97.3 FM on Monday at 9 o'clock to hear RVA playlist. You said 9 to 11?
9 to 11, Monday.
Perfect. Well, thank you for your time tonight. Get some rest and safe travels back to Richmond. When are you coming back?
Coming back Thursday. So
right in the nick of time.
Right in the nick of time. Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, you have a good evening and enjoy the rest of your vacation. Rest up.
Thanks.
Hey, Jason, I'm gonna be bringing you up here in just a second. Let me go ahead and throw you up here. Again, everybody, hit richmondmusicweek.com. I think you have to X yourself out, Andrew, officially. But hit richmondmusicweek.com. All the information about all these different events that we've been talking about is on there. And don't forget to go to Here RVA's most recent post for the giveaway that we're doing for 2 tickets to RVA Rappers Delight. That's going to be on August 11th. Looks like we froze up. What's going down? Let me see. Is that me? Is that y'all? I don't know. I'm going to act like it's y'all. But I'm just going to keep talking anyway. So, yeah, so thank you to all the guests so far. We're going to try to bring Jason up here in a minute. If that doesn't work, that's no biggie. Appreciate everybody for tuning on. I see y'all in the comments, but it's too far for me to like reach and like text back or like wave. So you're just going to have to act like I did it. My apologies. So I'm looking at my note cards, making sure I got all my details, which I still missed anyway. But I'll give you another quick rundown real quick of what Richmond Week is. We are focusing the eyes and the ears of Richmond. I see you, Jason. Just a request again. Focusing the eyes and the ears of the city on Richmond's musicians. So it starts on August 4th, this coming Friday with 804 Day. That's the city's biggest block party. It's down at 17th Street Market. It's 4 stages. It's vendors. It's nonprofits. It's food trucks. It's Mad Skills doing a DJ set. It's Antha Symbol, who we had on earlier performing. It's Ricky Racky, Weldon Hill. It's St. Samuel, Rodney Stith. It's a free event, right? You heard me? It's free. It's this Friday, and it starts at 4 p.m. So just like cut out of work a little bit early if you can. I know that some people can't. But if you can, cut out of work a little bit early, go down to 17th Street Market on Friday and celebrate 804 Day. Antha Symbol let it sneak that I'm going to be performing there with him for one song, which is dope. So shout outs to Antha Symbol. The next day, Saturday, August 5th, is the Here RVA Music Mixer and Fundraiser. That's an event that I'm super excited about. It's our second one. It's going to be at Gallery 5. We've got a great lineup of musicians, like whole bands that are going to be performing. It's super, super dope. We're going to have vendors outside as well. We have a raffle that's got Richmond different prize packs. So I'm combining prizes from different businesses and artists and things. So you'll be able to, well, let me back up. When you get a ticket to the Here RVA Music Mixer and Fundraiser, you automatically get a raffle ticket. So when you get there, you get to vote on what you would like to be entered into the raffle too. But you can purchase extra raffle tickets to give yourself a better chance, because some of these prizes are like that, and I would like to up my chances in it, but I'm not allowed to compete in it because I organized it, and that's not a good look. Those are called ethics, everybody. But that's going to be dope. We're raising money for Live. Life is Valuable. They are all about connecting young high schoolers and young adults with entrepreneurial leadership, with hands-on training in the music industry. I'm going to butcher it, but I think it was Dream Labs that they partnered with and got actual recording equipment into the Petersburg High School, and they're trying to do the same here in Richmond. So they need all the help and support that they can get. So we are raising money for them and what they do, which is really, really dope. So yeah, so come out to Gallery 5 on Friday. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can find all of that on richmondmusicweek.com. But I'm going to bring up Jason Root to talk about the event that is going to end, Richmond Music Week, because Jason has some special involvement with it, and I'm sure knows many of the details for the show. How you doing, Jason?
Oh my gosh, I didn't. So I have to tell you, when I requested to be in the video, I thought it just meant I was joining your video to watch it. So I just so yeah, I was washing the dishes and I popped up there. So hi, it's good to see you. I've just been listening to this whole thing, and so I will not take up time. But since you did press the button and add me, I just wanted to say thanks for what you're doing and the whole team and Chaco Records. And we've gotten a great media response. That's been my role. That's been my job, is to try to coordinate some of the media relations that we've been doing. And I've been really happy to see that the media all the different types of media have been covering what's going on. So it's really great. But while I'm here, let me put a plug in, because most everything here is free. I mean, we were down there talking to Channel 8 today, and I think everybody's surprised when you see that music list, 70 people you're playing to. That's all free. You just wander down there and wander into this free show. And that's pretty amazing. What we need some support on with actual tickets is RVA Rappers Delight and your fundraiser as well. But you know how Richmond, this is probably perfect for Richmond Music Week. People decide maybe a day or two before they want to go to something. So they put it off. And I really want to encourage people not to wait, to get your ticket to the Hippodrome show now. If you have any interest at all in going, we know it's going to be Friday, August 11th. We know it's going to be from 7 to 10. So there's really no reason to put that off. Go ahead and get your ticket. Tell a friend about it. We could really use the support there and making sure that we have that covered.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I know that we both have vested interests. The Here RVA Music Mixer and Fundraiser is a ticketed event, and RVA Rappers Delight is a ticketed event. But at Here RVA, we always encourage people to buy pre-sale tickets, so it causes artists to have a little less anxiety. Just to know that a couple people are going to show up is always better than waiting until the day before and then getting a flood of tickets. So one, go pre-buy tickets for all of the events that have ticketed sales that you intend to do. But it's really great that you're working to help spread the word for these events, because an event to, let's say, RVA Rappers Delight's magnitude doesn't happen too often in Richmond. And so, we want to make sure that, I say we like I was putting it on, but we want to make sure that event and that show, people know about it so that they understand the significance of it.
Yeah, well, it's a team, and not only does that show not happen very often, but it's happening on a day that's only coming around once every 50 years. I mean, this is the day that hip hop was born in the Bronx, August 11th. So this is when it's going to be celebrated all over the place. And of course, people are celebrating throughout the year too, but this is the actual day. So it's going to be great. And I've been learning a lot about what's out there too, just seeing the different, seeing the different activities that are going on and popping up. And I'll give everybody one more thing they can do to help. If you know somebody, I saw somebody in the comments say they were just hearing about some of these things. And, we can put it out there as much as we want on, our Instagram and whatever else. That's great too. But if you know somebody that we should get in touch with, who's, someone, a key influencer in the music scene, or just somebody at a media outlet that we haven't talked with yet, that we should really be sharing some of our stories with, please let us know. You can just hit me up directly on Instagram and say, hey, make sure you got your story to this person. And we'll come up with something unique for different media outlets. We're not just, we don't just want to sit back and have them say, this is happening, this is happening. There's some interesting stories here and interviews that can be going on. So I'd be happy to coordinate interviews with anybody who needs them.
Awesome. Thank you for mentioning that. So if you guys know anybody that can help spread the word about anything to do with Richmond Music Week, 804 Day, RVA Rappers Delight, the Here RVA Music Mix and Fundraiser, Jason's a great person to reach out to. He'll connect you with all the right people if he is not the right person himself. But also, you know, you're talking about, you know, sharing it with people that are in the media or things like that. But also, I just wanted to point out, if you know somebody that likes music, I think you should just share it with them as well, because, you know, we always trust word of mouth from people that we know and have a connection with more than some Instagram account or some, you know what I mean? Like the personal touch here in Richmond, I think, is what makes the city and the scene different. And so if you're somebody that is going or thinks it's dope but can't go, slide it to a couple homies. Let them know it's a free show on August 4th. Let them know there's a dope hip-hop show at the Hippodrome on the 11th. Let them know Here RVA's got a thing on the 5th on Saturday at Gallery 5. There's plenty to do coming up in Richmond Music Week. So yeah, spread the love, y'all, as my man Frig would say.
Talk about it. Just talk about it. I mean, I'm always surprised. You probably already know this, but I'm surprised sometimes that the musicians that have so many fans and are so popular, but some of them are shy about talking about where they're going to be performing. So I'm trying to encourage them too, but it's just like Ant said, he doesn't necessarily love talking about himself. But if you have somebody that's performing, you know, definitely, and you'll know your friends and tell them about it. But yeah, so much has changed in Richmond over the last several decades. I mean, it's really staggering. I mean, I have to say, I don't know if Andrew mentioned this, but Andrew was our calendar editor at Style Weekly for so many years, and he had that, you know, had this like side gig with his blog. And so, you know, I worked with Andrew for a long time as he was filling out our, you know, that page after page of events that were happening. But coverage has changed too. I mean, think about that. That was a newspaper that came out. It's not even around anymore. It's online. So yeah, Andrew, and I think Mike is going to share some amazing history too, to talk about what's changed there. He was just reminding me, I saw him Friday, and he was reminding me, we went to the University of Richmond together, and we were both on the radio station there. This was about 1991 for me, and 90. He was there a little earlier, but he was reminding me how he brought Fab Five Freddy to campus back in 1990. So, you know, he's got gems of stories. Think about that.
No, that's super dope. Yeah, Richmond's got a long history in all the genres, and I just don't think most people know about it. So before I let you go, I wanted to thank you and thank everybody involved with putting on RVA Rappers Delight for one, donating 2 tickets for the Here RVA Music Mixer Fundraiser raffle. So when you come to the event, you can put a raffle ticket in to win 2 tickets to see this really, really dope show. So just know that. But also, if you go to Here RVA's, I'm pointing at your head, sorry, I don't mean to be. Yeah, that one.
I'll point right back. Watch out. I'm
going to cross my arms so I can't do it. But if you go to the last post on Here RVA's page, it is how to enter to win 2 tickets to RVA Rappers Delight. So I wanted to say thank you for allowing this opportunity to help cross promote the show. I think it's super dope. I think it's really easy for people to join and to enter in this contest. So I would be surprised if we don't get a bunch of folks, because you only have to do 2 things to qualify. One, you have to share the story or the post to your stories. So you got to hit the little button that looks like a paper airplane to share it.
That's just one button.
That's one. So one button. Okay, that's step 1. But there's a second step. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. You have to tag Here RVA. That's spelled like right here, and then RVA. And you have to tag the artist or artists that you're most excited to see at RVA Rappers Delight. Those 2 things will qualify you to win 2 tickets to the show. But there is a way to get a bonus entry. If you add your favorite song to that story, you know, like you make the music play to that story of the shared post with tagged Here RVA and tagged artists. If you add the music to it so that we can all hear it when we share it again, you get a second entry into winning tickets.
Yeah. Who wouldn't do the bonus? I mean, you have to be you'd have to be out of your mind.
I'm saying if you're excited to see the artists, and you should know a couple joints to put on the story to share.
Yeah, there are a few you can find, and I'm gonna get out of your feed here because I didn't mean to, but if you're gonna give me the platform, I'm gonna talk anyway. But I will come see you on Friday at the 804 day Richmond's biggest block party happening. I'm gonna look for you at 804 so we can like try to jump up in the air and high five and do like this frame when the clock goes off, and we'll give out your tickets. So yeah, okay. See you then.
We'll work up something campy for sure. I'll let you know where we're at. So yeah, August 4th, 804 day at 8:04 p.m. We'll find.
Okay, and I don't know how to get out of here, so just kick me out somehow.
I think you have to hit an X somewhere. I'm not really sure. Everybody gets confused, so I'm sure you'll be staring at the screen for a second. But there is somewhere. But thank you, Jason. I really appreciate you.
Bye. Thanks.
Yeah. So again, I'm going to wrap this up here. We're only going to go for another minute or two, but I just wanted to say thank you for everybody for tuning in. I hope you're all getting your rest, because there's so much planned for Richmond Music Week that starts this Friday and it runs all the way until next Friday. And I don't know if you're good with calendars or math, but that's actually 8 days. So you're getting a bonus day in Richmond Music Week because that's how it is in the South. We make numbers do what we want. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that means. But anyway, go to richmondmusicweek.com. There's all the information about all the featured events. There's also an extended calendar where you can see let me get this right, where you can get all 96 concerts that are listed throughout the city that week. I'm sure we're going to add more as we get up to the week. So please go there. Please share it with your friends, your family, your homies, your girls, your neighbors, like whoever is around that would appreciate dope music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of all genres and styles, it's going to be peppered all throughout the city. So if you don't find it, I don't know what to tell you, because you're here on the IG Live or watching this later on YouTube, and I told you the website multiple times. It's richmondmusicweek.com.